Hey, this is Matt once again. What about another video? Another paid request, this time for Andrew Chilton. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now this is for a film I never even heard of. National Lampoon's Holiday Reunion, that I guess is also called Thanksgiving Reunion. Now, for what I understand, it's from the creators of That's So Raven and Cory in the House. And yeah, this film, it is a 3.4 on IMDb, and I can see why, because this was a lame-ass movie. Which is disappointing, because you look at the cast, and you got Judge Reinhold and Bryan Cranston. Both people I like. And I would say at the very least, I liked watching them, but just the lame-ass script they got. Granted, this is not nearly as bad as Christmas Vacation 2 with Randy Quaid. Not nearly as bad. But it's not that good of a movie either. Like, National Lampoon, I mean, there's a lot better. National Lampoon's Vacation, even European Vacation, I'd watch over this. And that's sad, because I'm not a fan of that one, but I'd rather watch it over this. I like the first National Lampoon's Vacation. It's a classic. I really enjoy Christmas Vacation. I enjoy Vegas Vacation. I love National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1. That's actually my favorite National Lampoon movie. Of course, Animal House. God, I'm getting tongue-tied saying it. National Lampoon's Animal House. Love that movie. But yeah, Loaded Weapon 1 with Emilio Estevez, Sam Jackson. That's my favorite. I remember not minding National Lampoon's Senior Trip, and thought it was better than this. I mean, this isn't as bad as the Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, National Lampoon's Last Resort. I'll give you that. They don't really do National Lampoon stuff nowadays, do they? That kind of went away. But this is a made-for-TV movie because it was on TBS. It was like TBS Presents. And Bryan Cranston at the time, he was in Malcolm in the Middle. This is way before he did Breaking Bad, the TV show, which definitely gave him a resurgence of a career. But this is like the last stages of Malcolm in the Middle. As I said, this is 2003. Malcolm in the Middle. Actually, I don't remember when that was gone and off the air. Pretty much the story is Judge Reinhold has a family, wife, son, daughter, and they're a rich family. He's a anesthesiologist, puts people to sleep during surgery. And you can tell by the cheap production, this is a made-for-TBS movie. The music is this Casio guitar crap music. They even try to have the theme song. Horrible theme song, the title song. Definitely no Holiday Road. Holiday Road. It's like they tried to do that. Even if you look at the cover, even the bottom, they reference Vacation. I'm like, don't reference the National Lampoon Vacation movies. You're nowhere near that. And then again, they try to have a song named Holiday Reunion, Holiday Road, but this song is just crap. Holiday Road's actually a pretty good song in those films. So Judge Rhino's with his family, and he wishes he could be in touch with his family more. His family are just uptight assholes. He wishes they could have just a Thanksgiving dinner, a quiet dinner. And he has a fantasy, and when he's doing it, the turkey becomes a CG animated turkey and says, "Aren't you... Hey Doc, aren't you going to at least put me to sleep first?" And he screams. Now, Judge Reinhold, like I said, I like him in Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and the bit he had in Gremlins. Always liked Judge Reinhold. And like I said, Bryan Cranston, he is bringing a bit of energy to it. With his long-ass Billy Ray Cyrus-style hair. But the script and the direction, and maybe, don't have the people that did That's So Raven and Toy in the House to do it. Because that stuff isn't for me. I know some people like it, that's cool. They're just not in my wheelhouse. That kind of stuff. You definitely had no Harold Ramis working on this. So long story short, too late. They did a letter that they have cousins. And I want to say Idaho. I could be wrong on the state. So they go to meet the cousins. And they bring on this old guy. I don't know why they bring him along, because they call him uncle, but it's not really their uncle. So I'm sitting there going, well, why did you bring this guy along? And the old guy's only there for farts. I'm not kidding. He's in the vehicle, he farts. When they get to the house, he farts. There's a bit in a dinner, he farts. Oh, and then he meets an old neighbor, and you get the idea they have sex. That's the only reason they have this guy, for farts and sex. And you know me, fart jokes are the worst, juvenile, laziest joke you can make. Sorry, I don't find that shit funny. I don't know why people do, to each their own, but to me it's like the worst, lamest, laziest type of joke to make. Now again, Bryan Cranston, when they meet him, he is trying to be energetic. It's like he's trying to get something out of this material. He's not sleepwalking through it. But the material is stuff like he's married to Penelope Ann Miller, who's in The Relic, others, she's in this. And you have scenes like, again, they get there and the family won't come out, so they're being pricks, and then the uncle farts and they finally get out. Judge Reinhold is showering and you think it's his hands on the chest, and it's Bryan Cranston. And Judge's like, why are you here? We don't want to waste the water, so Bryan is showering Judge, and Judge feels uncomfortable. I guess if you want to see Bryan Cranston's naked ass, or even Judge Reinhold's naked ass, that's not something I never needed to see, but if you want to see it, ladies, all to you, or gay guys, if some watching, here's a movie. That family has 2 kids. One's named Twig and one's named Harley. The boy shows Judge Reinhold's boy spiders, and the kid likes to put spiders down his pants. And then the Bryan Cranston's girl, Twig, talks to the other judge's daughter, and Twig is being very bitchy, and the other girl finds out that, wow, you make these clothes? After tussling in the mud for a few minutes, they become besties, and now going to try to go to Milan to be fashion designers. The uncle keeps farting. Bryan Cranston freaks out if you either talk about football or if you talk about directions. Because the backstory is that the reason this town hates Bryan Cranston and his family is there was this important football game back in the day. It was ready to score the winning touchdown, but he went the wrong way, had no sense of direction, and scored for the other team accidentally. Oh, another running gag is that this dog, Bryan Cranston's dog, loves putting his nose up Judge Reinhold's ass. That's a running gag. Judge and them want to leave, but the car has been stolen, so they don't know what to do, so they have to stay. Bryan Cranston is showing them these inventions he made, like this home dental kit that you put this thing on. I guess you do it yourself, which I don't know why the fuck anyone would buy that, because you still wouldn't know. Would you be willing to pull out your own fucking tooth? No, you still have to go to a real dentist, so what the hell is this thing, point of this thing anyway? It's a stupid idea. And of course, at the very end, they say, this made a lot of money. Why? Who the fuck's going to want to do dentistry on themselves? And then Bryan Cranston lies to the judge saying, I need an extra kidney. Judge ultimately says yes, but then no, actually, Bryan, because of all these shitty inventions and investments, he needs $60,000. And Judge is like, I can't give you that. And I'm on Judge Reinhold's side. I get why he's getting more pissed. He got lied to about giving a kidney. Some guy, a relative, a cousin he met for the first time in decades, wants $60,000. And he's like, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. And then the family wants to stay because the one kid likes that the other kid puts fucking spiders down his pants. And the other girl wants to be a fashion designer with the other girl. And the wife told Penelope and Miller, and Penelope Miller talks about her sex life where her and Bryan Cranston dress as Sonny and Cher or whatever the hell. And so Judge is like, fuck it, I'm gonna walk home. I don't blame him, I would too. And you find out Penelope and Miller stole Judge's car. And he's even more pissed. So the daughters of both guys, they go to this rally, and it's like a monster truck rally type of thing. This one kid who Judge's daughter has the hots for invites her to go on a ride. Judge and Bryan chase after them because, hey, my daughter is not old enough, and what's going on here? And that kid is not the best driver. Lo and behold, that kid gets into a car accident. So Bryan Cranston saves the kid from the truck that's on fire, and Judge saves his life, and so the town applauds them. Now, another funny thing is that Judge Reinhold admits during the drive with Bryan is that he doesn't have as much money either. He took bad investments either, and he doesn't know what to do about it. And at the end of the film, it's like, well, okay, wait a minute. He still never told his wife. He still never told his family that they don't have the money. He gives his car. That's a weird thing. Judge owes money, but he gives his car to the cousins so that they will have money. But Judge, that doesn't fit that you and your family need money. Wouldn't you just sell your own car to get that money if you could just give it to this guy and hey, you sell it and you'll get the money? Apparently not. He still doesn't tell his wife, still doesn't tell his family. He's like, the movie forgot about it. And then someone said, wait a minute, what about that plot hole? Oh shit. And then at the very end, there's these paper. Oh, this invention made the cousins rich. Well, I guess that answers that. So I guess that's different. Usually in these type of movies, the husband has to fess up to his wife of what's going on. That never happens in this. Oh, and the last joke is the night before, Judge and his wife had sex again. And then the dog is watching, and the dog goes up to Judge, it fades out. And then while Judge gives the car to Bryan Cranston's happy because he'll be able to sell it and save his house. They switch cars. They're driving home. Judge says, I loved it last night. 2 rounds. And the wife's like, what do you mean 2 rounds? And Judge has this weird look on his face and turns, and the dog's staring at him. So I guess we're led to believe that the Judge accidentally or without knowing fucked the dog? I don't know how that works, and I don't want to know. I would say if you can't tell the difference, you're pretty fucking stupid. But that's what happened, apparently. the film, I feel bad for Judge Reinhold and Bryan Cranston. I mean, maybe not that bad because the cash, the check cleared, as they say. The check cleared. They got paid. But man, they deserved a much better movie, better writing. The production value streams like a TV show, episode of a TV show. The way it's filmed, the way the shots are set up, the way the cinematography looks, it looks like an episode of a TV show. This is made for TBS. The directing, the writing, just lame ass jokes. If you like fart jokes and jokes about, I guess really it was bestiality at the end, and dog going up Judge's ass. You want to see Bryan Cranston with a crazy wig. It's just really not that funny. It's not that funny. The acting, I mean, Judge is a bit stiff, but with this type of dialogue, I can't blame him. Bryan Cranston, he's trying. Like, he is trying. The script doesn't support his performance. Penelope Ann Miller is a bit trying, but again, with this type of script, what the fuck is she gonna do? I don't know why these guys, I mean, well, I guess I do know why. Judge Reinhold, he's probably like, wow, no one gets to be the lead of a film, and if someone offers to be a lead of a film, I'll take it. I mean, how many times did Judge Reinhold get to be the lead of a film? I mean, I guess you could say vice versa with Fred Savage. You could say he actually did an action film, believe it or not. Judge Reinhold did an action movie. Was it Hostage Train? Or it was also called Cracker Jack 2, I believe? A sequel in name only to Cracker Jack. Yeah, I think it's called Cracker Jack 2 or Hostage Train. It's trying to be like Under Siege 2, but with Judge Reinhold as the action star. That's the only interesting thing about it. I think he's in some of the later Beethoven direct-to-video sequels, I believe, as the star. And he's been in other movies. He was in the Santa Claus, other stuff, but I mean, as a star, very rarely, so I'm sure that's why he took the role. And Bryan Cranston, he was mainly TV star with Malcolm in the Middle. So, hey, I get to be in a movie, and I get to be second billed, okay. It's a job, and it's a bigger part. If those Bryan Cranston was not getting a lot of those opportunities at the time, he would not. I doubt he would do this film nowadays, because he's a bit of a higher status. But back then, yeah. But I like Judge Reinhold, Bryan Cranston. I guess if you're diehard fans of the two, and you need to watch it, be my guest. But don't get a lot out of it. I'm glad I saw it once because I like those two actors, but I would never see the film again. So, with that said, very lame, cheap direction, TV quality. Well, it is TV, so of course TV quality, but just a very lame, unfunny script. Biggest detriment to the film. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.